Yeah, it's not a topic I particularly enjoy having to discuss. But there was an announcement or an article released this week that basically stated that Games Workshop have kind of started a bit of a, I don't know what to call it, gone on a warpath. They've just started suing and loads of companies and sending out cease and desists and even apparently shutting down some content creators.
Yeah. So, what exactly are they getting people over, though?
Well, I'll pull up the article.
Yeah.
It's probably the fairest way of doing it. I don't want to spread any misinformation or anything like that. But this is from the Spiky Bits.
Okay.
Oh, no. You know when Facebook does this and you click on something and it refreshes?
Right, yeah.
So I've lost the article now.
Oh, okay.
Bear with me. I'll try and get back to it.
Yeah, while you're finding that, to put into context as well, from previous channels, we have some experience in big brands defending their IPs.
Yeah.
So I think we're in an okay position to have a discussion about this as well.
Yeah, we literally had our entire 330,000 subscriber channel shut down.
Yeah.
Because of big corporations that were like, you used a term that's available to everyone.
Yep.
Middle and Earth. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, spikybits.com released an article, and it literally says, Games Workshop has initiated a worldwide Warhammer crackdown, suing 280 sellers, freezing accounts and sales platforms. This was from the 11th of May, or at least updated on the 11th of May. But it was this week, so it is brand new. It's quite scary, I'm not going to lie. If you've checked your favorite online marketplace lately and noticed a few listings mysteriously vanish, you're not imagining things. Games Workshop just dropped the legal equivalent of an orbital bombardment, suing 280 sellers across the globe in one sweeping move. That's a big undertaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking shut down stores, locked accounts, and some very panicked vendors. Some were pushing counterfeit kits.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Others got hit for less obvious reasons, like using the word Citadel in a brush holder listing.
Okay, right, yeah.
Let's break down who got caught in the blast radius, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's essentially what's going on. Most have indicated that they've been asked to pay between $2,000 and $10,000 in damages by Brickle IP, which I guess are representing Games Workshop. Which I guess means that they're going to make around $2.8 million just from these cases.
I mean, that's assuming they'll pay up.
Yeah.
There's probably a good chance a lot of those will just shut down businesses, run away, and never be heard from again.
Yeah.
Okay, that is interesting. So basically, what they're doing is they're defending their IP.
Yeah, they're protecting their IP.
Yeah.
This is a really funny area for YouTubers and content creators in general to talk about because we'll be completely transparent. There's a fine line between, say, defending Games Workshop and everyone kicks off.
Yeah.
It's like we're in this weird place in the content creator space where you're not allowed to defend Games Workshop.
No.
You are hated on if you defend Games Workshop. However, we kind of, in a way, work with Games Workshop, not through the channel or anything like that, but we stock their products. So do we really want to talk bad about them? When in complete, all honesty, they are my favorite company to work with. Out of all the companies and suppliers that we work with, that supply our stores, they are my favorite. Genuinely, they're really good to work with. So,
I mean, to be honest, if there's something negative to say, I don't feel like we hide that.
No.
Like we've openly said about the Middle-earth releases, we feel like they've dropped the ball on those.
Oh, yeah.
But what they're doing with that, I honestly can't see that they're doing anything wrong.
I agree. I think from a legal perspective, not that I'm a lawyer or a solicitor,
through personal experiences.
Yeah, I think they have to protect their IP in order to keep it.
Yes, yeah. If they don't defend it, then legally they could just lose it.
Yes, so, I think that is a thing.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, obviously they're probably paying for this legal team at all times. They probably have the dedicated legal team.
Yeah.
They have a job to do. They're going to do it.
Yes.
That makes perfect sense. I think if we had an IP. Let's say, flies, the Arena.
Mm-hmm.
This is our company.
Mm-hmm.
This is our business, our logo, our brand. If I went on Etsy
Mm-hmm.
and saw people selling these,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be annoyed.
Yes.
And I'd be like, yo, take that down.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this fly. I hope that's picking up on camera. So from that point of view, absolutely understand.
Mm-hmm.
I think the brush holding thing is a bit harsh. Someone's made something that they don't sell and just said, this can hold Citadel brushes. I think that's a bit rough.
Is that what it was? I thought it was more they were putting other branded stuff in Citadel branded advertisements.
Reading that, I think that says they were advertising brush holders and having the name Citadel in it. So it's like a Citadel brush holder.
I guess it is false advertisement.
Is it? It's not false. If you're trying to say it's an official Citadel product, that's false advertisement. If you're saying it's a brush holder that fits Citadel brushes well, that's fine, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess that's one of those like legality grey areas that, depending on the wording, because they've used the word Citadel, which is probably a protected, a protected name.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a good chance that is trademarked.
Yeah.
Then legally, they can stop that.
Just a quick note: those audio listeners out there, there is a big fly buzzing around us. So if we make random noises or, anything like that, that's why.
Yeah, the fly seems to wait till we start talking to fly into our faces.
Yeah, it's a really difficult thing to discuss. I'm kind of on Games Workshop's side, as difficult as that may be for some people to hear. Yeah,
and I mean, I get there's going to be people out there who go, oh, well, Proxy, 3D prints, like they should be fine. And it's like that there is an element, yes, they are fine and they are good. They are alternatives that a lot of people will explore.
Yeah.
However, if those 3D proxies literally just rip off the names, I mean, I think there's even an area where say it's Titus, and you call them Titus.
Yeah.
Then you kind of go, oh, you're not even trying.
Yeah.
Whereas if you give him a whole brand new name and it's all different logos, but you could also look at that and go, yeah, I know what that's meant to be.
Yeah.
I think there is very much an area there.
Yeah. I personally, I'm all for proxies.
Yeah.
Sorry, Games Workshop, if you're listening. But like you say, there is a line. And I think if you've made something that goes, okay, this is a great alternative to an elf.
Yeah.
If it's an elf that's in armor. If you want to use it for a Mirkwood elf,
yes, exactly.
It's fine. But they're elves of the woods or like whatever. That you can't really be too mad at that.
No.
But I saw when doing a bit of research and looking into this, one of the first things that came up was a Reddit post.
Yeah.
As it always is. And there was a Reddit user that was essentially having a strop because he was being sued by Games Workshop.
Yeah.
All of the comments had delved into this user's previous posts and found his Etsy store.
Yeah.
He was literally selling PlayStation and Xbox remote covers and stuff that had Ultramarine logos on that were literally labeled Dimitri and Titus controller cover. Things like that. You can't get mad at being sued for that.
Yeah.
You're literally using someone else's IP, someone else's copyright, someone else's product essentially, and trying to make money off it.
Yeah.
You're not even going, well, if you're not a fan of the Titus controller that Games Workshop released or whatever, then here's an alternative that, feels kind of inspired by.
Yeah.
It's very different. Very, very different.
Yeah.
It's like if we just put Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn on a t-shirt and then sold it.
Yeah.
That's very different to going, here's some artwork we made of a fantasy ranger type character.
Yeah.
And put that on a t-shirt. That's very, very different.
It is. Yeah, no, I agree. And I honestly, I think it's hard for people to, and there probably will be in the comments to be fair.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for people to say GW are doing the wrong thing. Maybe they might argue they're going a bit harsh with the amounts of money they're going after. But I also get it. You need to, from their point of view, you're going, we can't let other people think, if I can sell £50,000 worth of product by doing this, and they're only going to sue me 1,000. Yeah, that's an acceptable loss. I will take that, do it, make my money, and go. It needs to be enough of an amount for people to go, oh god, it's not even
worth the risk.
It's not even worth the risk, and that's how you protect your IP.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I agree. I think there's probably an element of it where they should look at what that person has made.
Yes.
like in some cases, a cease and desist should be enough.
Yeah.
You know, like a warning, basically.
But you say, like, if it was the other way around, and okay, yeah, people went, you know what, I'm ripping off the Tabletop Alliance, I'm ripping off the Arena, I've sold all this stuff, and we go and find out they've made, argument's sake, £100,000. Yeah, I know. Never going to happen. But just trying to think in terms of GW numbers. And we were like, oh, you know what, yeah, we're going to tell you to stop and pay us £5,000. No, if they've made £100,000 off our thing, I'm in my head, I'm like, well, no, I want what they've made.
Yeah.
Which I know isn't easy, and it's you could also say from the other point of view, it's very harsh, but they wouldn't have made a penny without.
Yeah.
So it is tough.
Yeah. I completely agree. And when you try and make it personal, I think it's hard to relate to it if you don't own a business or an IP.
Yes.
Because we own a few, I think it's very easy to go, well, yeah, I wouldn't want people doing stuff with my product.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess the other example is, like, obviously we've got the gym next door, Flawless Combat Club. If, someone 2 miles down the road opened Flawless Combat Club and just basically ripped it off, and you go, well, no.
Yeah.
But they'll be like, oh yeah, but it's a different. They might have a different logo. They might like, we got a Gorillas logo. They might go, oh, we've got a
chimpanzee.
Yeah, but it's that is like, it sounds stupid, but that is literally what is happening in a different field. So yeah, it is weird when you really break it down.
It is. The other side of this argument, though, that I think it's worth talking about is apparently they have gone after, again, some content creators. Now, if you remember a few years ago, this was, I think, leading up to Warhammer TV, Warhammer Plus, whatever it's called. This was a huge thing. Yep. Because they shut down Astartes, which was a huge fan-made Space Marine animation. Yeah. Very, very popular, millions of views online, and it was removed. It came out after that they essentially hired that guy to make a sequel officially. Yeah. So they were kind of forgiven for that. But loads of other things were shut down. Yeah. Now, I don't know. All I've seen is some random YouTuber talk about this in the last week. So I don't know how factual this is. But, I mean, they showed screenshots and stuff, so I guess it is. But apparently some other small-ish YouTuber, about 6,000 subs, did a Imperial Guard fan trailer. Not even monetized, so not making money off it. Yeah. Gone. Shut down. I disagree with that. Yeah, same. I think Games Workshop needs to realize if somebody's not doing it to make money and they're doing it purely as essentially a love letter to their product, that's the best free marketing you're ever going to get.
Oh, yeah. If you look at those kind of things, and let's say like an animation, you go, okay, go out there to an animator. What would it cost for you to make this? That's a big bill. Oh, yeah. Especially to the standard some of these things are made. Yeah. It's just there. It exists already.
Yeah. It's almost like they're just going, well, we are not making money off it. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether the person that made it isn't.
Yeah, that one I can't get my head around. Yeah. Like I say, this free advertisement.
Yeah. There was a stage in Games Workshop's career where they were like going after all sorts of content creators on YouTube. Yeah. If they ever considered going after like battle reports, that would be ludicrous. Yeah. Because that's literally, they would not be the size they are without YouTubers playing their games. Yeah. And I remember when it happened with, was it Nintendo? Really harsh on people playing the games.
Oh, yeah. I think they still are.
That's just wild to me. Yeah. You're not getting better marketing than that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know if they're exactly the same as they were, but yeah, there was a point you wouldn't see any Nintendo like Let's Plays or anything because they just wouldn't let it.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, I guess the argument is, okay, go play the game for yourself and do it. Don't experience it through someone else. But if they want you to sell a game.
Yeah, if you're a gamer.
Oh yeah, like say for example with armies that we do, like to research them, I look at other people's videos on them and kind of judge from that a bit before I just throw money at stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And if those things went out there, there's probably a big part of me that just got, I just won't bother then. Yeah. So yeah, I can't get my head around that one.
Yeah. I mean, they're not doing that currently.
No.
I'm just saying, if they did, that would be crazy. But to me, a fan-made animation that's not monetized, it's almost no different. Because if they're okay with people making money from battle reports using their products, why are they not okay with people not making money doing nice animations about that? It's just weird.
Yeah, it's like, someone put out a tribute video to you, and you were like, nope, you talked about me and I didn't like it, but I said really nice things. Don't care, you said my name. And then it's like, and it's going to destroy the love part of it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the difficult thing with this is, and again, like we said, we get it from a business point of view, mostly. The difficult part is you then look at any of these articles and delve into the comments. God forbid. It's so negative and hateful towards Games Workshop.
Yeah.
It's all things like, oh, and they wonder why everyone's playing other games now. It's just
they're still the biggest.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always the case. It's like anything online, the minority are the loudest.
Yeah.
And that's the way it always is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then people aren't going to agree with stuff they do, but I don't think you can argue it's the wrong thing at this point to the level.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, reading comments and things like that, I find it so hard to bite my tongue sometimes. I literally had it wasn't an argument, but a debate with someone regarding Middle-earth releases the other day. Like they announced, I think it was the new War Drakes and Corsairs of Umbar. Yeah. And some dude was just kicking off in the comments. I can't believe you haven't given us new Riders of Rohan yet. It's been this long. I'm like, dude, we're getting new releases. Like, there's a positive to be had here. There's, be happy. They could just not give us anything.
They could.
But they've given us something new. I personally would prefer to have... the fly is on the cable. There we go. I would prefer to have new models than re-releases of old ones. Give us all the characters and stuff we don't have. Yes. Then revamp.
Yeah.
Old stuff.
We kind of said it before. I feel like those should be happening in tandem. Yeah. If I'm perfectly honest. But
But something new is better than nothing new.
Oh, yeah.
So, but no one ever looks at the positives. Everybody just goes, didn't get exactly what I wanted. I'm going to complain. And I'm going to be loud about it. It's so frustrating.
It's people. That's people.
Yeah. Do you know what I realized? We don't have the thing plugged in that gives me the button for the jingle. No. I'm so sad right now.
It's fine. You can make it yourself.
I can't remember. We don't hear the audio when we press the button. I can't remember how it goes. Do, 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 do.
It might be that. I don't know.
It's not.
Okay.
Should we talk about our hobby progress this week?
Yes.
I have nothing more to say about this GW thing.
No.
Defend their IP or lose it. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yep.
All right.
Fair.